In this episode, how to do free video lighting using the windows at your home. There are a number of barriers that can prevent you from getting the highest quality video, but we've got another solution for you here. So if you can't afford lighting, one thing you can do if you can shoot during the day is to use the windows in your house. And you can see in this case here, we're shooting, I've got the camera right up against the window, pretty much, maybe a couple feet from it, and then have me seated probably 3 or 4 feet from the camera. And this produces a pretty flattering light. It really gets the eyeballs singing in terms of the color of pretty much everyone. It's a very even lighting, so it doesn't have a lot of dimension to it, but it tends to be pretty soft. And there are a couple of different ways you can go about it. And let me just talk about a few of those. First of all, today happens to be a rainy day, so I have some pretty nice diffused light with the overcast skies. That tends to make everything very soft, and so it's a pretty flattering light for most people. Now, some days you'll be shooting and you won't necessarily have that, so what can you do on those days? There are a couple of things. I've also got some, in this particular case, I've got white blinds that are translucent, and I pull those down when it's direct sun. These windows are facing west, so usually in the late afternoon, typically when I'm going to be shooting, that'll be really helpful. I can pull those down. You could also use the inner part of a 5-in-1 reflector. Those reflectors you can purchase at B&H Photo. Any photographic retailer has got those, and usually the section in the middle is a scrim, which is just a white silk that's translucent, and you can put that behind the camera, or kind of in between your talent and the window to soften that light as well. If you don't have that, another thing you can do is go to a window that doesn't have direct light coming into it. That will also have the effect of softening the light. Now, if you didn't want something so soft necessarily, maybe something that has a little more dimension to it, where one side of the face is lit a little bit more brightly than the other side of the face, we could turn this whole thing 90 degrees and have the light coming in on this side of me, and then I could use a reflector on this side to fill in some light so that I wouldn't have this extreme ratio of a lot of shadow here, a lot of bright here. And I might not turn all the way, I might just turn it at somewhat of an angle, maybe a 45-degree angle, but I could use that reflector to bring some light back into my face. If you don't have one of those 5-in-1 reflectors, you could also use just a piece of foam core board that you can purchase at pretty much any store that carries poster board, foam core board. In the United States here, Walmart certainly carries it. In parts of Europe that have Tesco, I'm certain they have it there as well. Hope that just sort of jogs your mind a little bit and helping to generate some ideas on things you could do to go with really inexpensive lighting if you don't have the budget to invest in actual lights, or if you want a somewhat different look. This could be really helpful for those doing, say, makeup and hair videos, which I know there are a number of you out there doing those. Because it helps so you can pretty much see the entire face quite nicely. So again, hope that was helpful. Thanks for checking out the show. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll get you more great videos on how to improve your lighting and your sound for video. Talk to you soon.